Welcome to this quick guide where I'm going to show you how to recover permanently deleted files in Windows 10 and Windows 11 for free. So to start recovering permanently deleted files in Windows 10 and Windows 11, you'll need data recovery software, and the best free data recovery software that you can get is PhotoRec. There are a lot of data recovery software on the market which are paid or allow you to scan for deleted files, but then you need to pay to recover these files. PhotoRec is completely free and allows you to recover any deleted files no matter what the file type is. You can get PhotoRec from this webpage, and I'll have it linked in my written guide, which will be the first link in this video's description, so you can also go ahead and get it from there. And then once you're on this webpage, you can scroll down until you find the download link, which says download test disk and PhotoRec, so you can go ahead and click on that. Once you're on the test disk download page, you can scroll down and then you can choose your operating system. I'm using Windows 64-bit, so I'll just go ahead and click on that to download the 64-bit version. And then test disk and PhotoRec will be downloaded in a zip file, and you can open this in your downloads folder and then just right click on that zip file and extract it to your downloads folder. Once it's finished extracting, you'll see this test disk folder and you can open that. And inside this folder, you want to find a file called qphotorec_win and then double click on that file to launch it. If you do get a user account control prompt, just click on yes. And then PhotoRec will open. If you use the normal PhotoRec_win application, it'll open a command prompt window, and you can also use this to recover deleted files. But the qphotorec option just gives you a graphical user interface, which makes it easier to recover your files. So before we start scanning for any files to recover, first we have to delete some files. And here I have a folder called collection, which has a bunch of wallpapers. And as you can see, they are JPEG files. And then I also have some exe files here. So I'm just going to select all of them and then move them to the recycle bin. And then I'm going to right click and empty the recycle bin to permanently delete these files. So now they're permanently deleted from the computer. And if I go to qphotorec, I want to select the whole disk. If you have more than one drive in your computer, you'll see more than one whole disk listed here. I only have one drive in this computer. That's why I'm only seeing one whole disk listed here. Now, once you have the whole disk selected, you can go to File Formats, and here you can choose which file formats you want to scan and recover from this drive. Now, obviously, the more file types you're going to have selected here, the longer it's going to take, and the more files it's going to recover. So I'm just going to reset this, and then I'm only going to search for the files that I know I deleted. In my case, I deleted some JPEG files, so I'm going to select JPEG files, and the other files I deleted were exe files. So I'm going to go ahead and find exe on this list, and then also select exe, and then I'll click on OK. Here on file system type, I'll just leave that on the default, and then here I'll leave this on the default as well. Now here you'll need to select a destination to save the recovered files to, and you shouldn't be recovering these files to the same physical drive that you're recovering them from. So preferably you'll need to plug in a memory stick or an external hard drive, or you need to have another hard drive connected to your computer. In my case, I have a network drive, so I'm just going to select that and then create a new folder here called recovery. And then I'll recover these files to this recovery folder. So I'll just go ahead and click on select folder. And now once I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and click on search. And then PhotoRec will start recovering these files. Now, while it's busy recovering these files, if I navigate to this recovery folder that I created, there will be some folders created, and all of the files that it started recovering will be in those folders. In this instance, it also started recovering some DLL files, but here I'm just going to do a search for those JPEG files that we deleted. And if I have a look here, there are a lot of those files that I deleted that I can already see here. And if I go ahead and open one of these files, you can see that it is properly recovered. So you can leave PhotoRec to finish, and that'll give you the best chance to recover all of the files that you deleted from your computer. And once it's finished, you'll find them all inside of that recovery folder in these different folders that are being created by PhotoRec. So I do hope this guide helped you out. Please like the video and watch any of my other helpful guides on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.